We found
Police.
Yeah, there's somebody after me.
I'm sorry?
There's somebody after me.
Where are you?
July 13, 2023.
Under arrest, and he's currently in custody at this time.
What is my client told him? He told me he didn't do this.
For decades.
For decades, the peaceful and serene shores of Gilgo Beach concealed hidden secrets, whispered softly by the waves. These secrets would eventually give rise to a nightmare that gripped the entire nation. In this idyllic and beautiful location, where everything may appear pleasant, a harrowing story began, a puzzle that was set in motion nearly 3 decades ago. Known as the Gilgo Beach Killings, this chilling chapter in the world of crime unfolded between 1996 and 2011, leaving behind a trail of terror along the south shore of Long Island, New York. Amidst this gruesome series of events, the remains of potentially as many as 24 individuals were unearthed. The haunting tale began with the disappearance of Shannon Gilbert on May 1, 2010, a tragic prologue to the horrors that would follow. Shannon Gilbert's vanishing sent shockwaves through time, unraveling a series of events that would ultimately expose a disturbing truth. A string of 11 bodies, each tragically extinguished, were discovered on and around the eerie shores of Gilgo Beach.
we found human remains. We found human remains.
Victims of this tragedy were the Gilgo Four, a group of young and petite sex workers: Melissa Bartholomew, aged 24, Megan Waterman, aged 22, Amber Lynn Costello, aged 27, and Maureen Brainerd Barnes, aged 25. These 4 women had advertised their services on Craigslist against the backdrop of Gilgo Beach's serene waves. Maureen Brainerd Barnes, a spirited car dealer, disappeared on July 9, 2007. Melissa Bartholomew, a vibrant hairdresser yearning for the city lights, was last seen on July 12, 2009. Amber Lynn Costello, battling personal demons on a desperate journey, vanished on September 2, 2010. Megan Waterman, whose bus ride led to an unimaginable fate, leaving her young daughter motherless on June 6, 2010. More than a decade passed, shrouding the investigation in darkness, leaving questions unanswered and wounds unhealed. Then, on that fateful day of July 13, 2023, a glimmer of light pierced through the shadows as 59-year-old Rex Heuermann was finally apprehended.
One individual under arrest, and he's currently in custody at this time.
Rex Heuermann was an architect by day, crafting dreams into blueprints, but by night, he became a terrifying presence that ensnared a community in fear. His polished exterior, mirrored by his beautifully designed buildings, concealed a dark side that had gripped Gilgo Beach for years. He ran a Manhattan architecture firm near the Empire State Building, where his days were filled with precision and plans. Clients admired his attention to detail, and even his colleagues found themselves both inspired and challenged by his unwavering dedication. A graduate of the class of '81 from her high school, Heuermann was not just a husband, father, and a member of the Dream Team, a New York City-based networking group. Beneath this facade, he had complex connections that extended beyond construction, enveloping him in a storm of his own making. The investigation unfolded like a labyrinthine puzzle, gradually forming the Gilgo Beach Homicide Investigation Task Force in February 2022. This team brought together local, state, and federal investigators to confront the forces of darkness and seek justice for the victims. As the story deepened, investigators gathered crucial clues. They examined cell phone records, discovering that the women had been contacted using burner phones designed for temporary and sometimes anonymous use. Through maps, they traced these calls to 2 locations, one near Heuermann's home in Massapequa Park and the other near his office in Manhattan, at 5th Avenue and 36th Street. In March 2022, a significant lead emerged when investigators learned that Heuermann had a Chevrolet Avalanche truck during the time of the killings. This was the same type of truck that a witness had seen near a victim's house just before her disappearance in July 2022. To further their investigation, a detective retrieved 11 bottles from Huberman's trash. DNA from these bottles was compared to the DNA found on hairs discovered on some of the victims' bodies. The Suffolk County Crime Lab made a breakthrough by matching DNA from a hair found on Mrs. Waterman's body to DNA taken from leftover pieces of a pizza box discarded by Mr. Huberman. It's truly remarkable how something as seemingly ordinary as a pizza box became the most effective clue in apprehending an alleged serial killer. On July 13, 2022, detectives confronted Huberman outside his office and placed him in handcuffs, surprising him. Perhaps he believed he could remain hidden forever, but the long arm of justice had finally caught up to him. All that remained was for the hammer of justice to deliver the final blow. Inside Huberman's house, a soundproof room was reportedly discovered in the basement, potentially linked to a victim's death. He had also created a reinforced vault in his house, where he stored a staggering 279 guns. Behind his facade of normalcy lay digital footprints that unveiled a hidden email account filled with disturbing searches conducted between March 2022 and June 2023. These searches included topics related to sex workers, sadistic torture-related pornography, and child pornography, exposing the darkness he had meticulously concealed. He had also made over 200 searches related to each of the women, including inquiries about why law enforcement couldn't trace the calls made by the Long Island serial killer, why the killer hadn't been caught, and even the names of some of the women and their relatives. Furthermore, law enforcement obtained footage from May 2023 of Huberman purchasing additional minutes for one of the phones. The Suffolk County Grand Jury charged him with 3 counts of first-degree murder for the killings of Melissa Bartholomew in 2009, Megan Waterman, and Amber Costello in 2010, according to the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office. He is also the prime suspect in the 2007 disappearance and death of a 4th woman. According to court records from prosecutors, Rex Huberman has not been charged in connection with the 4th homicide, that of Maureen Brainerd Barnes. However, the document suggests that the investigation regarding this case is expected to be resolved soon. Through his attorney, Huberman has vehemently denied the charges against him, stating, "I did not do this," as per his court-appointed attorney, Michael Brown. "My client told me he didn't do this," Brown added. Only time will reveal whether he will be found guilty of the murders of numerous other individuals whose bodies were discovered in the area. For now, the case remains ongoing, with each day bringing new developments, as if the waves whispered their secrets to the sands of Gilgo Beach. Justice has emerged from the depths, revealing a predator unmasked and a community united. Some solace is provided to the families of the victims. Within this haunting domain, the stories of the victims shall resonate, serving as a testament to the resilience of those who pursued the truth. We extend our deepest respects to all the fallen victims, and we hope that their families find the strength to endure this difficult time. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know your opinion on the comments. See you guys soon.